Brady throwing the football. I mean, that's the only way, because we haven't seen Tom have a walk-off where he throw in the Super Bowl, Skip, he throw the touchdown, and that's the ball game. And that's the difference, because he gets credit for a game-winning drive if Adam Vinatieri or Gostkowski or Suck-Up kicks the game-winning field goal. That's a game-winning drive. Tom Brady was clutch. And Jordan don't get credit for a game-winning shot if somebody else hits it. So for me, Skip, I'm going to have to, and it's tough, because Tom Brady has been to 10 Super Bowls, and I think it's probably a little bit more difficult to do what Tom has done than Mike, for the simple fact is football is one game. Just imagine you had to play, you got to win four games to win a Super Bowl. Yep. Jordan has to win 4 games, so he has a margin of error. He loses. Just think, if he had his first final, Skip, the Lakers beat him the first game. Well, if that was football, it's over. Magic's the champion. So that's the only way I can look at it, Skip. I'm going to trust Michael shooting the ball more than I'm going to trust Tom throwing the ball.
So you said this is really hard.
It is, Skip.
For me, this is really, 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 really hard. And I could go on the rest of the show with reallys, because that's how hard it is.
Right. Were you still covering the league when Tom won his first Super Bowl? Were you still covering the league like?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was covering the Raiders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I started with the Tuck Rule game, which I'm about to get to.
Okay.
So I can only sum it up like this. It's hard for me to say Brady is more clutch than Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Right.
But Tom has been clutch more than Jordan had the opportunity to be clutch.
Yeah.
Because he's just done it longer.
Right.
Mike's career, all told, was relatively short. Mm-hmm. The forced sabbatical for a couple of years, and then he quit prematurely in Chicago because his coach got fired. And he said, if he goes, I go.
Right.
And he stayed out, retired for 3 years at the backside of his prime. And then it was a little pathetic to see him come back. He still averaged 20 and 6 for Washington, but still, that's it. That Chicago, those 6 championships, 3, then 2 years off, and then 3, that's it.
Right.
Tom's been doing this for 20 years. Mm-hmm. So if you look at the scope of his consistent, classic clutchness, it's unequal, it's unparalleled, and it doesn't get nearly enough credit because of what you said. There's no walk-off. There's no signature.
Right.
I saw a walk-off. Michael literally walked it off in Game 6 at Utah.
Right.
And he did it on both ends of the floor. He stole the ball from Karl Malone.
Right.
He stole the ball. Michael did that. And then Scotty's demanding the ball over on the right wing. No, I got this on Brian Russell. No, Scotty, you can ask for the ball all you want. I got this. I'm going to do a little subtle push here, and I'm going to hold the pose and rip it. And we're gone. We're gone home. Okay, well, I can't make that up. That's a fairy tale.
Right.
Okay, Brady has none of that.
Right.
Brady does nothing spectacular. Brady doesn't have highlight show highlights because he doesn't play like that.
Right.
I told you, sometimes the greatest genius is imperceptible genius, where it's beyond the naked eye genius, where he's
doing things that you just don't realize how special it is.
He is too great for his own good, because he's not great. He's too perfect with his reads, his pocket feet, but it doesn't translate to highlight throws. So in the end, to your point, I guess if you push me to the brink and you say, one shot or one pass for your life, I'll still take Jordan. but if you talk about one game for your life, I'm going to go Tom.
No. Hold on.
Game.
So
that's 4 quarters of game.
So you want to take Tom Brady over Mike in a game?
And especially one season for your life, the longer the expanse of time, the more I'm going to take Tom Brady.
I can't go with you with that one.
But think about what happened. I'm sitting in the press box on January 19th of 2002 covering the Raiders, and I thought they were really good. It's John Gruden's Raiders they would go under Bill Callahan the next year to the Super Bowl. But I thought they were a Super Bowl-looking team at this point. So I picked him to win this game against this sixth-round pick in his first year of starting. And I had overlooked the fact that that sixth-round pick was 11-3 as a starter after he took over Drew Bledsoe, who was 0-2 at that point. And yet everything got marred that night by one play that happened, you know, sort of mid-fourth quarter, and it was the wrong call. It got overturned, and Tom fumbled the football, and it got reversed, and it saved the game because it wasn't mid-fourth. It was actually like a minute and 50.
It was like, it was really late,
So my point
it was under the 2-minute warning.
Yes. So the point was that what got overlooked, what got obliterated was all the controversy of the tuck rule. Meanwhile, in the second half, he's thrown for 238 yards in the snow. It's snowing cats and dogs up in Foxborough. He throws for 238 in the second half. And guess what he did in overtime? He goes 8 for 8 for 45 yards and sets up a chip shot field goal in the snow for Vinatieri.
That's what Aaron Rodgers was hoping for. He was hoping for that kind of game that Tom Brady got in New England against the Raiders.
I got it. But then he goes to the Super Bowl, and the numbers are pedestrian at best. But at the end of the game, they don't shut him down. They let him try for it, and he completes 5 straight huge passes to beat the St. Louis Rams. And the key one was the fourth pass because it went for 23 yards with 29 seconds left to set up a 54-yard field goal. Then he hits a 6-yard pass to Jermaine Wiggins, tight end like you. And that sets up a 48-yard field goal, and Vinatieri hits it at the buzzer, and here we go.
Skip, I just think the thing is when you look at it, Brady had a strip sack. Brady didn't play well against the Rams. And we've never, Jordan has had some games, but we've never seen Jordan get the ball taken away and they win the ball game because they took the ball away from Jordan.
But think about this. Mike, 6 rings with 6 MVPs in the finals. Brady, 6 rings with 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. So there's no fluke in there. He pulled it off every time. No, he doesn't play defense the way Mike can play defense because the game doesn't allow it. But if we start to look at the AFC Championship games against Jacksonville, they're down 20-10 going to the fourth quarter, and he throws for 138 with 12 stitches in the palm of his throwing hand. And they come back and win that game. And then the AFC Championship game at Kansas City against Mahomes in the first big go-around, he converts 3 straight 3rd and 10s in overtime. That's impossibly great. And then the Legion of Boom in the Super Bowl, 124 yards passing in the fourth quarter and 2 touchdowns, brings them back from 24 to 14 down. And then the Atlanta Super Bowl, 246 yards passing in the fourth quarter and overtime, but you can't remember a one of them. You can't because there's no signature.
And I think that's the biggest thing, Skip, is that as great as you mentioned all those stats in the Seattle Legion of Boom, it's known for Malcolm Butler's play.
I got it. I got it. And then you throw back at me the Rams. Boy, he barely pulled that out. Well, he still went 5 for 5 in a drive in the middle of the fourth quarter to win the game, to put them ahead 10-3 because it was tied 3-all. So he hit Gronk with a 29-yard pass that set up a 2-yard run for a touchdown that won the game. He did that. So you want to talk about clutchness on the grandest scale over an expanse of time? There's never been anything like this before.
Yeah, but see, the difference is, Skip, unless you're Magic Johnson, you're not getting credit for sitting guys up in basketball.
No.
Like the quarterback gets credit for game-winning drive if he sits the field goal kicker up and he kicks the field goal. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers got credit for a game-winning drive against the Cowboys, but Mason Crosby had to make a 50, you said an intergalactic.
He did. He fought 2 of them.
He had to make 2.
And I thought he missed both of them, but he didn't. So here's
But I can't believe you.
But here's the other problem with Brady. You underrate his clutchness because he doesn't look the part. He looks like, you know, that Progressive commercial now about the guy who's teaching people to buy their insurance to turn into their parents. Well, it looks, Brady's the guy who turned into his dad. You know, he acts like he's older than he is. But he is the classic, he's the wolf in sheep's clothes because it's all sheep's clothes. Where you look at him, Michael Jordan just looked like a cold-blooded assassin to me when he got that look in his eye, but you never see Brady get that look in his eye.
I can't believe that you said with one game, if you got a game to win in football, you want Brady over one game to win in basketball.
I do. For 4 quarters, this guy is going to figure out a way to beat you.
Well, you know, Jordan going to score 100 if he needs to beat you.
I told you, one shot for my life, he can take it.
I don't know.
Hey, Look at the body of work. It's unparalleled. Nobody even talks. It doesn't get nearly enough
No,
credit.
I think the thing is, Skip, that, yeah, I'll give you credit. He's had more opportunities. Actually, Jordan has had more opportunities because you play more games. But when you look at
We're talking about playoffs.
Right. But I'm saying, but when you look at it, Skip, is that if Brady loses once, it's over. Somebody has to beat Jordan 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. And remember, all these game-winning drives, all it takes is one little mistake, one little misdecision where you just pick the wrong guy at the wrong time and they pick it off. It ends the drive.
Or the guy, because see, here's the thing, Skip. He has to throw it, and you got to hope you don't get a situation like Nick Foles hitting Alshon, the ball carrying him through his hands.
Okay.
Jordan take that shot, it's all him.
It's all him. No, I got it. Okay. So
I can't believe it.
Michael, I'm sorry.
Give me all your Jordan stuff. You got to turn it in. You got to turn in your Jordan stuff.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I said one shot for my life. He takes it.
You hold on. How many pictures you got of Brady throwing a pass?
None.
How many you got of Brady holding the post, holding the trophy? None.
None.
Okay, how many pictures you got of Jordan with that shot?
I got a couple.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. I got one big one that's on my wall.
Ernestine, take it down before you get home and put the Brady picture up.
We are not taking that picture down. Actually, I'll take that photo. That would be great. That looked hard for you, Skip. I feel like your face looks a little...
It's tough. It's not as easy as you think.
You know,